Hello guys and welcome back to the Evil Dutch Empire. Guys, the world has been split in twain. It is the 18th of June, 1947, and there is only two factions that can possibly stand to rule this world. There is the Axis and the Evil Dutch Empire. Now, everyone, we need to properly reassess our situation. I've been sort of blindly going forward so far, and I have to say, I haven't been happy with the progress. There was mess-ups in New Zealand, there was mess-ups in Sweden and Denmark, Norway was fairly successful, in America we relied a lot on the Japanese and the Germans. And Mexico outclasses success, but honestly I'm not happy with the casualty rate. So now, we need a new leadership. Currently, the Evil Dutch Empire is ruled by Anton. But Anton is no longer the ruler of the Evil Dutch Empire. After much wrangling, he has been ousted by the new true leader, who we only know as Kazi. Who once ruled in an alternate dimension, World War I, Evil Dutch Empire, but has now come forward to rule this land. He was the one that initially set up the Evil Dutch Empire. He was the one that writ up the alliance. He was the one that made his cave to Germany because he knew it would be in the best interests of our faction. He was the one that forged the agreement in the United States, making it so only the Dutch would get access to all of their resources and territory. And now, he has taken command. So, under new leadership, completely new leadership, we must prepare for the greatest war that this world will see, that anyone will ever see. World War III. Currently, technically, World War II is still kicked off. Or still going. Because the Hispanic Alliance lives on in Pakistan. Who is now fighting the Axis wholly and completely. So, I'm not going to interfere. I've decided no volunteers will be sent to Pakistan. Instead, I need to test the waters, as it were. I'm going to try and claim what I can. The Republic of Malaysia and Siam could be valuable allies, or valuable territory, in Asia. So, if I just take a look at what they actually have, let's, say, resource-wise? Let's see, oil, tungsten, rubber. All of it's in Malaysia. Now, Siam is less so. A bit of rubber, not much to really worry about. I can get as much rubber as I like anyway. There's also Portugal, a massive tungsten-producing nation. Now, there isn't much tungsten to really go around, as far as I can tell. There's a few bits and scraps over here, maybe a bit around in Russia. But the majority definitely comes from these two locations. So if possible, I want to cut off all supply of that. Now, it'll barely affect Germany, I'm sure, but maybe taking Portugal, maybe taking Malaysia, depending on how the Axis reacts. Maybe they'll take them into their alliance, maybe they'll join the Hispanic Alliance, who knows. But in any case, that's the next step. Taking on the Republic of Malaysia. Portugal, maybe I'll leave Portugal. It's a bit of a difficult thing to get to at the moment, and I don't want to drag in the Republic of Spain. Not at the moment, at least. I'm still considering my options with them. They are another faction completely, so there's no way that another nation could actually join them. But that's up a giant naval invasion, and it might not go as well as I plan, given that they do have a fairly sizable army themselves. Now, in America, we have this massive border. Now, they don't have too much. If I pour in some Dutch forces, we could easily overpower them here, for when war kicks off. There's also Mexico, which it's a bit of a mess down here. Most of the Caribbean is Axis, most of South America, or the northern half of South America, is Axis as well. So I'll have to deal with all of this. So I could take over Bolivia. Again, another of one of its own factions. They are technically fighting Pakistan as well, but Bolivia could be a good target for the Empire. So that's what I'm going to try and attempt here. Bolivia will be taken over. Now, we have our Australias, part of the Dutch Empire. Essentially, these are going to become one single territory. I need to reinvent the Anzac Corps. So, everything I'm about to do, guys, that's the introduction. Everything I'm about to do is to reorganize our empire for World War III. Because we have 4 targets in this war. The British Empire, the Greater German Reich, Italy, and the Empire of Japan. Those 4, I guarantee, will be majors in any war to come. All 4 of those will need to die, will need to be taken out in order for the Dutch to win. So, if I don't get absolutely clobbered within the first day of the war, the plan is to hold in Europe with massive defenses, and by the way, I'll need 4 more troops than I already have. I'm planning to fully reinforce this border. I need to hold out against the Germans and Italians, while naval invasions strike in both the British Empire and the Empire of Japan. Only the islands themselves need to be conquered for their empires to collapse. So that's what I'll do. I'll conquer the islands, and I'll hold in Europe until the island is taken. Then, once Germany has beaten themselves down on my defenses, I will strike. I have no idea if any of this will work, but under the new leadership, under the Kazi, I believe, under me, I'm the Kazi, by the way, under me, we shall win. So, let's get this underway, shall we? How am I doing with my boats? I'll definitely need those. So I'm making lots of convoys. We need to swap. So, even if I create a different variant later, we're designing our first battleship. So, here, back, heavy battery, level 4. Front. Here, heavy battery, level 4. Here, heavy battery, level 4. Here, heavy battery, level 4! Aircraft facilities. I only have 1 catapult, but I'm not going to have any of that. This is going to be the biggest gunship the world has ever seen. We'll have an anti-air module. We'll have fire control. Is that the best I can do? Yep. Fire control, radar, secondary battery, and a massive heavy battery there. This is what we've got. Also here, better armor. I get to name it, do I? This is the Kazi's Fist. It is a gunship. A massive Tier 4 heavy battery gunship. Its job is to tear apart anything that stands in our way. I don't know how well this will work. This is the first battleship design. Kazi's Fist. We shall get those underway. Next. Oh boy, next. Okay. We need to go with the next variant on our destroyers. Do I have one of those? Lux Design Module 1940. How am I doing with that? Research. Just so I know. I did take a little bit of time. No, I should have a 1944. I think I already made a few then. Let me just go back. Is that what the Dutchmen were in 1944s? 1940, 1940. 1944, no variant. Okay. Here you are. So, this one needs to be... Oh, also, when I declare war, I need to start mining my oceans. So that's what I need to look out for. So, these ships will be support. So we'll have anti-air. Maybe 2 anti-air. Anti-submarine warfare. But I don't actually have a gun, do I? We'll have anti-submarine warfare on the back there. Torpedo launchers, rapid-fire guns. Yep, we'll have... Oh, that's for the back. Oh, and this is for the front. Right, rapid-fire gun on the front. We'll have anti-submarine warfare depth charges. So that's on the back. Anti-air, anti-air. Right. So that's that one. Torpedo launchers. We don't... throw that on there. Sonar. Active sonar. Fire control systems. Anti-air. And batteries. Right. So it's not meant to be a gunner. It's not meant to take ships fully head-on, but it is meant to be a support ship. Meant to help against submarines and air. But it does have a little bit of light batteries. So this one will be the Kazi's armor. So Kazi's fist, where's Kazi's armor? Start making me some. Wow, we're actually out of steel. Right, keep importing from the United States. Oh wait, this isn't steel, this is chromium, but I actually need more. So let's drag in more from Turkey. Let's throw another factory in there. For now, the Americans seem to be maintaining their position with us. I need to take over Malaysia so I stop importing from the Dutch East Indies. I need to take it over fully and annex it. But for now, I'll keep trading with the Dutch East Indies. I know how to reduce their autonomy. I need to start giving them lend-lease. I need to make them reliant on me. So that's what I'll try and do. Start lend-lease. What can I give them? What do I have a lot of? I have a lot of guns. Tons of guns. Old guns, new guns. Guns of all kinds. So, how about one of these? How would you like, 200 monthly guns? That would reduce... That wouldn't impact us at all. It's almost not worth doing. Not for what I'm planning to give them. So Lend-Lease might come a bit later. For now, they're already pretty much separated, and I'm fine with it because they're actually making troops to support the war effort independently. Which would be nice. It means I won't have to fully keep my eye on the Asian theaters. So, next is the reorganization of the army. Like I said, I'm going to have to make new border troops, far more new border troops, and I'm going to have to create a new variant for coastal defenses. So that's what I'm going to do now. Troops, division designer, not that, we'll go from here. This is a better basic one. Duplicates, this one, coastal battery, will have this. Troops, engineer, recon, artillery, infantry, and you know what? I'll even throw in some artillery there. Gives us more defense. Not as oh, actually, what are the actual stats? A lot of soft attack. Yeah, I think I'll throw an artillery piece in here. And we'll give them default, not a colonial garrison. This new division will be the, of course, Coast Guard. Anything else I can throw in here? Field hospital might be nice. And anti-air, anti-tank. I'm assuming anti-air might be a bit more prevalent here. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Anyway, no, I am not producing any anti-air, so let's get on that, shall I? It's only level 1 anti-air. God, I'm a little bit behind on this, but, I'll work at it, shall I? I might even... No, I definitely don't want to dump my tanks, because I'm going to need a lot more tanks. Might dump off this, though. Like so. Okay, so I'm making a bit of anti-air now, so that'll be fine. Let's continue making my Coast Guard. So, there we go. Coast Guard. Now, Coast Guard, train. I need a lot of Coast Guards. And I mean a lot. We'll start with 10 divisions and start placing them along all the coasts. I can't rely on India for everything. Now, India has been a great ally. They tried to use their power, but now they're a fairly integral part of my empire. I'm definitely going to need them in the Asian theater. And every other theater. So, I hope this will all go well. In the meantime, along with the Coast Guard, I need to actually make some proper troops. So, I'm adding... See, my troops are so heavy. Quite heavy. But I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more to defend. I've got a good baseline here, but I'm definitely going to need more. You guys, you're going to Bolivia. So, enough of the training. Your front line is now Bolivia. You're going to join Argentine forces and prepare for the offensive. We'll start in Bolivia, and work our way to Malaysia. Since Bolivia is our target, I know will not print in the Axis. And then I can start laying mines, of course. Which this navy, or... Where's my Mr. Mines? Are these my Mr. Mines? These are my Mr. Mines. These guys should be able to start laying mines across my ocean. Which will be needed in the war to come. Also, I got some Yugoslav subs. That's nice, I didn't even notice. Right, in the meantime, I think we're good to go on that front. Everything's been taken care of. So, along with that, I need to reorganize all of this. So, I said I now needed to make different cores. Yeah, sorry, this is pretty much just a prep video, so please excuse me. All of you, you're reorganized into Anzacs. So, you guys assign, you have this general. All of you, get training. Also garrison. Pretty much, you're all garrisoning for now. Get training, get garrisoning, and I'll see you in a moment. You guys will be invading Japan when the time comes, along with other Dutch forces, tanks, trucks, and the like. Because I definitely can't do without. Speaking of which, I'll definitely need more armored divisions. So, train those guys at those divisions. They're not nearly as intensive as actual infantry. So we'll get these guys going. I'll need 4 more. Yeah. I mean, my manpower is gonna run out. But I need to make these troops. We'll see how far we can go. In the meantime, what else was there to do? Oh, yes, that was it. I need to make mobile fortresses for my front line. So, in the days to come, we are gonna head down the super heavy tank. This thing shall literally... Now, my idea... I'll explain the theory. I want 1 tank per region on this fortress line. I want, for when one fortress falls, say a bunker, a pillbox falls, a tank rolls up on the ruins and sits in its place and becomes the new fort. I want super heavy tanks to be all across this front line. I want it to be an immovable fortress that will never be penetrated. So that's the idea. So that's what I'm going to be working towards, along with my usual ships and stuff like that. You guys are fine just garrisoning Sweden. Honestly, you don't need to train. Yeah, like, you're just the garrison. You're terrible. I'll leave you out. In fact, I might even get rid of you from manpower at some point. All of you are fine as you are. Keep training. Now, garrisons, here you are going to be reorganized. Need new general. All of you, reorganize. Need another front line. Offensive line here. You shall be definitely trying to occupy Brazil. Brazil? No, this is Bolivia. What am I talking about? Oh, I think I just cancelled my other front line. You guys will take this, not the full thing, and your offensive line is mainly for the capital. The more mobile troops will try and get everywhere else, but you're on here. So that's your task, and I'll have to just quickly get you back. Front line and go. Right, that's your plan. So I'll have to reorganize this eventually, but I think I've spent enough time doing enough reorganization. All of this will have to be reorganized as well. I'll need this to garrison certain parts, like my islands and Suriname here. I'm sure the Mexicans would love that idea, and they would love to contribute. So, that's that. Construction-wise, I think another nuclear reactor is in order, definitely in the Dutchland here. Probably one of my most safe areas. Could even throw it in the United States. You could definitely use them having nukes. Something I might look into. I've got 1 nuke already. I've got the means to deliver. And let's just take one final look. How is the Dutch? Details. 155 units, 300 factories, some dockyards need to work on that. A small navy, a very sizable air force. a massive convoy fleet, and not much manpower compared to the Germans, who outclass us in most areas. Well, we'll see how this works out. Guys, thanks for watching. This has been the prep video. The next episode will be me actually putting all these plans into service, fruition, putting them forwards, actually making it happen. Take your pick. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next time. Later, guys.